Hi there, everyone. It's Mrs. Thomas with some directions for our 3.09 Acids and Bases worksheet. I hope that interim assessment week is treating you well. I know that it's tough to get these assignments started if we don't have Class Connect sessions together to go over the directions. So that's why I wanted to take a chance to make this video for you today. So to get started, make sure that you have read 3.09 in the OMS. The lesson tells you all about the differences between acids and bases and introduces you to our pH scale that you're going to see over here. So once you have an understanding and you've taken that quiz on acids and bases, your job is to complete this worksheet. So to begin, if you read the directions for the first portion, it says to identify each property listed, so a description that's listed in each number, and decide if that is a property of an acid, a base, or either, which could mean both. So if it's only an acid, you would put A on the line. If it's only a base property, you would put a B on the line. And if you think it could be for either, which means both of those things, you're going to put a letter C on the line here. So your answer should all be A, B, or C on this line. The second portion of our worksheet is asking you to look at this list of different species of substances. So some of these are acids and some of these are bases. Some of these also might be neutral depending on their pH level. So in the directions it says to list and measure the acidity for each of these substances. So we're going to use our table here to figure out which ones are acids and which ones are bases. Our job is to list them in increasing acid strength and increasing base strength. So let's take a look at our pH table here, our pH scale, I should say. That's going to tell us and remind us what pH is all about. So when we learned about pH, we know it's a measurement of how acidic something is. On this scale, the strongest acids are going to be having a lower pH level. So this is going to be the strong acids listed here. These are anything below the value of 7 is considered to be an acid. Anything greater than 7 is considered to be a base. So the lower the pH, the stronger the acid is going to be. So keep that in mind as you rank these acids by increasing strength, which means the strongest ones should be listed last. When you look at bases, we know the strongest bases are on the other end of the scale, and that's going to have the highest pH level. So again, when you are looking at these substances and listing them, your job is to figure out which ones are the strongest, and you would put them here at the end. So if you list something by increasing strength, the weakest go first, and you keep building up towards the strongest of those substances listed. If something is neutral, with a pH of 7, like we said, it's not an acid or a base, and you don't have to include it. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Again, just please feel free to print this and send an image and submit that through the Dropbox if needed. Or you can always use your text box tool that's included in Adobe Reader and just enter the substances as needed. If you're finding it to be a challenge to try to write these subscripts, those tiny numbers in our formulas, no worry. You can simply just write them with the same level of text that you see here. I can understand which acid is which and which base is which as long as you write them correctly. So please feel free to visit me during our help sessions this week that you'll see on your class schedule. Otherwise, I'm available by email. Thanks and have a great day, everyone.